Okay, today we're going to be talking about Fortinet. It's a cybersecurity company. They recently reported earnings on the 6th of August, and the stock plummeted. It fell by about 20% on the day, and then the next day it still sold another 5%. So, right now, a company that was $74 billion in market cap is down to 59 billion. All right, so we're going to look at what this company is about, what they do, why I think this is an interesting one to buy, and what I'm going to be doing in the coming days. So let's talk about Fortinet. So Fortinet was founded in the Bay Area in 2000. It was founded by two brothers, Michael, Michael and Ken C. Ken is currently the CEO of the company, but Michael continues to be the CTO and has served in that role, I think, since the company came public. Um, so what happened? Why did the stock fall this much? You can see it fell all the way from about $100 a share down to about $74, and now we're seeing a bit of a recovery, but kind of looks like it's flat. Probably bottoming at this point. But let's see what happens. So this is what the earnings actually looks like. They reported a 14% top line growth, which for me doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look bad at all. Um, the shares outstanding is flat. They've been buying back some of the company's shares, but they don't dilute as much as some of the tech companies we know dilute. The EPS looks great. Free cash flow is looking great. Everything looks good. But in terms of valuation, this one does look a bit interesting. Valuation wise, Fortinet is at the lowest it has been probably since it came public. Um, let's see what that looks like. So on a forward price to earnings basis, it's now in the 20s. So it's like 29.99, which is the lowest it has been in the last 15 years. So for me, this already looks very attractive, benchmarking the company against itself and considering how fast it's growing. Um, and then they have a very high return on invested capital. So for every $100 you put in this business, they would get they put in the business they would get about $54 back, which is not bad at all. Um, and then the free cash flow yield is also relatively okay. It's not like it's not as high as it was in 2017 at 6%, but 3.4% free cash flow yield is actually quite reasonable in the current market. Earnings yield of 3.26% is also the highest it has been in the last decade. This makes it very attractive for me. But then, what does Fortinet do, right? So they have like this next generation firewall platform, right, where they try to do like a full stack network security solution. So you have a secure service edge, you have SD-WAN, you have network firewalls. But generally, the idea is they provide network security for large enterprises and also for data centers. Um, so most end users would never come across like Fortinet solution directly, unless of course you work at an organization that is a customer, and so you have to use like FortiDrive, FortiConnect, Fort Identity, FortiCloud. But otherwise, you most likely would never come across this product directly, which explains why the company does not get as much love as it should, right? So for a company growing revenues at this rate, with this much in cash and almost no debt, like they can pay off all the debts they have, like today, and still have about $3.5 billion in cash. Um, so for me, this is quite interesting that the market sold it off this much. From the research I did find out that um, the company gave guidance that investors did not like, and that led to the sell-off. But I think the market has overreacted. It's not the first time that Fortinet has declined this much. If you look over the last 5 years, you would see that it's actually quite volatile, but it has done pretty well. And I think over the last decade, it has returned almost a 10 bagger. So it's almost 1,000% return over the last 10 years. So this is one of the highest performing companies in the entire stock market. And I think it's worth paying attention to. And so another reason why I really like this company is because of the leadership team. I like that it's founder led. They've been at the helm of affairs since the company began, and they seem to be really trustworthy. I've looked through the Glassdoor reviews. I've looked through customer reviews. I've also looked through all of the various earnings calls. The company does what it says it's always going to do, and they've managed to beat expectations almost consistently. So for me, I find this to be very attractive. I've always waited for Fortinet to come to a reasonable valuation, and right now, based on the company's own history, it's at a point where I'm happy to step in and start an initial position. So I keep an eye on this one. If we see any further dips, I would probably double the position, um, and I will keep buying this one down, regardless of where it goes. So that's Fortinet. See you in the next one.